All right, without the beam, let's try working on the form of the lead leg as it drops from the high knee position. All right, remember, as the knee drops, that's the signal to break the hands. All right, we'll work on that a little bit in a minute. As the leg starts to drop, you'll notice that the side of my foot, the lead foot, the side of the leg, all the way up to the hip, are facing the hitter. All right? That's very important because it keeps the entire body closed. Again, that's the reason we have the ball in the glove. As the hands separate and we start out, we want to use that elbow as a sight. So the shoulders have to be straight along the imaginary line between second base and the plate. The front foot, the lead foot, comes out. We're showing the side of our foot to the hitter. All right? Now, let's imagine out of the high knee position, as I'm leading out, the hands are separated. Just before I land, all right, this is a position that's known as the number 2 position. All right? Both elbows are even with my shoulder. All right? I have not landed yet. Let's imagine here I got 2 inches. I'm standing on a wooden block here. As the foot lands, this front hip is going to open up a little bit. And that's going to allow the foot to land. You'll notice that my head stays back, my shoulders and my upper body stay closed, right along the imaginary line. All right, now from the front, you can see this is the number 2 position. All right, you can see that my shoulders, my elbows are parallel. I've got the hand on top of the ball. I'm using my elbow as a sight. Now, once again, you can have the glove out this way towards the hitter, or you can curl it in. I prefer to curl it in. All right. You can see that the upper body is completely closed. That's important. That's where the power is going to come from as we land. Now, after we leave the block, all right, and we hit the ground, as the foot lands, that's the signal, as the foot lands, to go from the number 2 position to the number 3 position, the high cock position. And that happens just as the front foot plants. All right? Number 2 position, number 3 position. Now what happens in the number 3 position is the upper body stays closed, but the front hip, from the number 2 position, the front hip has to open slightly in order to let the foot land with the toe pointed towards the right-handed batter's box. So imagine now that I'm in the air in the number 2 position. As I land, I open up slightly with the hip. Number 3 position, you'll notice the back foot squishing the bug. Let's follow this motion right along the beam. Should make it a little clearer. On the balls of the feet, again I got a ball inside the glove, one in my hand. All right, knee high. As we start to lead out, all right, my toe is pointed towards the right-handed batter's box, and I've slightly opened up my left hip, but my shoulders are still on line. Now, one other thing you should notice is that my head is over my knee. A lot of pitchers you'll see lean back in this position. All right, you see I'm closer towards the first baseman. You really should be right here, balanced, in a good position. The knee should be straight up, right? It shouldn't be in too much, and it shouldn't be open too much, causing the hip to open way open early, right? The hip is open just enough to where it helps release the right hip. Now I squish the bug behind. That allows us to bring the hip up, get the foot out.